Welcome to Invest. We're talking about investing, finance, and professional development. As the current time of 9:52 a.m. on the Eastern Time on June 26th on Monday. Hope you guys have a good weekend, by the way, and happy Monday. With respect to Ethereum, $1,892, down about 0.41% so far. On the overall crypto market, as you can see on the left side of the spectrum, is relatively flat at the moment, not really doing much. On the altcoin side of the house as well, is also doing comparably. On the equity side, you could see that with respect to the overall spectrum so far, obviously on Friday was a relatively red day as we were having a more of a post-mortem effects from the reactions from the Fed's meetings that happened early in this month, but also with respect to the media verbiage around the extensions and overbought type of dynamics that we see among the equity side. Which mainly driven by a lot of the tech stocks, especially on the large cap blue chip cap stocks, driven by the popularization with respect to open AI, the AI adoption in general, with just seeing how prevalent it's becoming and more popular nowadays. And then let's take a look at the technical on the crypto side. We are still trading around like the 1892, hair below around 1900. But the next technical level is technically 1950. The respective level down is 1850, which we're still gliding around. So what's the guidance here? Are we buying more, or are we selling, or are we shorting? How should we be thinking about this? On a daily right now, you can see that we are relatively moderately extended. We are clearly getting canceled around the level that we at right now at 60 out of 70 with the large arc and separation between the MACD front. On the weekly front, you can see that we're quite close together, but not sufficient enough for us to form a golden cross to really demand any buying pressure. So what this is really telling us is that it's actually more bearish than bullish in the near term. But on a monthly, you can see that we are looking to glide up, months away. So that means that the bull market should be happening around the corner, but not anytime soon. We do see some sort of a correction, more of a selling pressure in comparison to buying pressure at the moment, based on the dynamics that we see in front of us. On the Bitcoin side of the equation, you can see that we're about to form a golden cross on the monthly as well. Weekly is also form a golden cross, which translates into the screen pressure, but you can see that we've simmered down by $1,000 so far. But what do we see us going forward? We're at the 63 out of 70 right now. So on a daily, it's also at the 71 out of 70. So what I recommend us doing is actually not be buying at this level, but wait for a better, more opportune time for us to get in, because the elevation is quite high, especially on the Bitcoin side of the equation. So if you were to do this in a more of a strategic perspective, it makes sense to kind of shift some Bitcoin to Ethereum, or do the dynamics of like BTC to ETH type of trade dynamics with the ratio, or just altogether not buy at the moment. But would I suggest shorting in the near term? I would say, we do need to correct because the technical is extended, but we don't know the timing of it, which is something that we have to be thoughtful about, right? So what I suggest is just if you were to think about this in the long term, don't DCA at the moment. Wait for a better level to dollar cost average and then get in. And once it gets to the level, ideally for Ethereum, that is 1850, 1750, 1650 from there on a DCA level, respectively. On the index front, you can see that we're relatively up as well, but let's take a look at how extended we are on the SPY front. I would say on the SPY front, on a daily, we are at the 61 out of 70, about to form a death cross, which translates into the sell off at 443 downward from here. On the weekly, you can see that we're also quite extended at 65 out of 70, so I don't suggest buying in around the level that we're at right now. But with respect to the technical front, you could see that the golden cross about to be formed on a monthly. But with respect to the near term, seeing a lower level again, and before we run up on a monthly perspective, is gonna be necessary for us to continue the bullish momentum. Okay, So it's a shorter one again, but hopefully this is like sufficient and give you just enough information to go with. But yes, subscribe to our Patreon if you find our work to be more helpful. It gives you more of a daily perspective on a collections of 100 assets, crypto and stocks, collectively for you to give a better idea of how to proceed from here. So appreciate you. Have a good day, and I'll check you on the next one. Take care. Bye.